Yeah guys, today I'm bringing you guys a video on how to do a backflip. Now the first thing I want to say is, before anybody goes out and tries to do this is actually for those willing to learn how to do a backflip. You know, and I must say it does take a little bit of athleticism, not a lot, but a little bit to pull this trick off. For me, there's 4 easy steps into doing the backflip. You have the dip, you have the jump, you have the tuck, and you have the landing. And I'm going to show you all 4 steps, and if all of these are done correctly, you will do your backflip. So with that being said, I'll give an example of what I'm going to go through. That's the backflip. Alright, now with the first step I want to give you guys, if you just noticed, it was the dip. I have my feet shoulder width apart. You got to keep your feet shoulder width apart. And right before you jump, anytime you see anybody do a backflip, right before they jump, they always dip. You know, your 2 arms are going to go back. You're not going to throw them back as far as you can, but you're just going to put them back enough to explode. So upon the dip, you got your feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to dip just enough to get a good solid jump. You only need about that high. So all you need is about that high. And if all the steps are done correctly, then everything will work out. All right. So with that being said, the dip will be step 1. You're gonna dip, throw your arms back, and when you jump, you're gonna explode. You're gonna get your 2 arms and you're gonna help yourself explode after the dip. Step 2 I'm gonna bring to you guys is the actual jump. It's the actual jump. Right after the dip, you know, you did everything right, feet shoulder width apart, you threw your arms back, you dip low enough to jump, you're gonna explode. And like I said in the last step, you have your 2 arms to help you jump as high as you possibly can. When you dip, you're gonna explode and your arms thrusting you. All right, step 3 is the tuck. This might be the most difficult step of all of them, but once this becomes the easiest for you, then the backflip will just be, it'll be night and day. All right, now when I say the tuck, a lot of times when someone does a backflip, you'll see them either grab their knees in the front or you'll see them grab behind. When someone jumps and they tuck and they grab behind, it's a lot of times for the more athletic or people that get a little bit higher than usual. Okay, and when you do go in to do your backflip, when you jump, the one thing I can tell you to not do is look back. Whatever you do, don't lean your head back. That's what the tuck is for. So when you jump, like I say, it's about all you need right here. When you jump, you're gonna grab both of your knees and you're gonna pull them to your chest. And if this is done correctly, you're gonna roll right over, but don't look back. So you're gonna jump, grab both knees to your chest. And that's after step 1 and step 2, which would be the dip, the jump, and now we have the tuck. Don't look back though. And the 4th would be the landing. So if everything is done correctly, you have a full backflip. You have the dip, you have the jump, you have the tuck, and you'll just roll right over if everything is done correctly. So now just go through the steps one by one, and I would say master each step individually before you come out and try the whole thing, you know. And what I'm teaching you guys right now is called the back tuck. There's a couple other videos out there of, you know, teaching you back handsprings and easier steps for that, but this is for guys that are willing to learn how to do the back tuck and want to do the back tuck. So with that being said, we're going to go over the steps one last time. You have your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to have the dip. Like I said, you don't have to go all the way down, but you do have to go low enough to get a good solid jump up. You have to go low enough to get a good solid jump up, using both your arms to thrust you as high as you can possibly go. This is where all your power comes from, is in your arms and your explosion. Step 3 would be the tuck. Like I said, you usually want to grab the front of your knees. It's possible that you can grab behind your kneecaps, but for beginners, I would say grab the front. It's easier to get to, and a lot of people don't jump high as other people. And the 4th step would be the landing, which you want to come down on both legs, both feet, and land. So with that being said, this is all 4 steps. You got the dip, the jump, the tuck, and the landing. This is it. That's the backflip.